Okay, we continue with going into the back. It will say the mount because I find it quite annoying that the lock ring here cannot actually lock into this um, this little tab in here because the spring, the leaf spring in here is a bit, what do you say, it's not very active. It's pressed down. I don't know how it can happen, but, and the thing is, when you release the, let's say you take off the cap here, put it on here, it should release by itself. But you see, it's quite slow. And at the moment, the spring in here does not really lock into place. So this one can actually turn, but it's very, very tight. Ah, and now it works. Okay, by accident. Maybe there are some, yeah, there's some dust and dirt in here. But if I try to press down the little spring, it will not move at all because of old grease in here. So I was thinking, okay, how do I actually get into it? You can see all the ball bearings in here, the small steel ball. There are many of them. So I would think, okay, it's not, I cannot go in from this side. So I have to go from this side. And I have an idea of, well, if I can take out this tube you see in here, this one, I will be able to come into it. Yeah, okay, let's jump into it. A 2mm flathead screwdriver. We need to take off this plate here. And it's so much easier when you just lock this arm here into place. So it will stay there. So no problem with that. And you cannot put this plate in the wrong way. It will not fit no matter what. Now, it sits with 3 screws, there, and there. So I can just unscrew those. And I was surprised, okay, this mount is simply over-engineering in a huge way, in my opinion. It could, I would think it could have been more simple, but well, it will maybe last forever. But I was yeah, surprised. Let's say that. Now, take off this plate. Nothing special. Nothing to do with that. So now we can actually have a look inside what's happened in here. That was a weird thing. Now this spring is more active than it was. See, when I put it on the camera and lock it into place. Let's see. This little tab down here runs in a gap all the way from, let's say, from over here all the way over to here. And this little pin here, when I turn the ring, see what's happened? It push on this one and then lock into place. So I can put the cap on. So, and finally it should lock itself, but it's a bit slow. Doesn't matter. So I was thinking, oh yes, I can just well, take out this tube, this part from here, and backward. But what I didn't know, I was not at all think of it. You see all the small steel ball down here. There are many of them. There is an outer ring and there is an inner ring. And if you loosen this ring here, well, do not unscrew it. Not at all. Because you will have huge problem. Because I figured out because some of the small ball bearings actually begin to fall out. Not all of them. There's only few of them. Maybe 10 or so. 8, 10. But I managed to, luckily, by moving this lever here and also screw this ring in again into correct place. So I spent a lot of using isopropyl alcohol in here all the way around. But I have no idea how it actually was doing. I just thought it was only a ring, so you could come into what I thought would be the little pin here. But it was not the case. So I think, okay, I can just loosen it, those two screws, and take it out in that way. No. It was much more simple. So I figure out, okay, it starts here, and I with a torch could see inside here. Then I figure out, okay, this is how it works. Those two screws hold the pin in here, and by unscrewing those, we can turn the ring that way. It will say clockwise to take it out. And we have to count. So, and we also have to measure. So I measure from the back to the front here. And it says something like 27 millimeter. It will say something like that. And this is what we have to end up with. So how many turns? Yeah, we have to count 4 and almost half a turn until this ring here comes off. So I begin with just unscrew. I set a mark here. That's very important. You screw the ring all the way so it cannot, counterclockwise as long as it can, and then you set a mark here in line with this red dot. That's one thing. Then I unscrew the two screws. It will not be a big problem. And then this little bar in here is now loose. But you can see it cannot fall out. It will just stay in there. In a second, well, we'll show you why. So we have our starting point, 4 and almost half a turn. So we just count 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now comes a tricky part. it will come off around here. It will say my mark is here. You can see it, probably see it, and it will come off down here, something like at 25 or so. So I can just pull it off without any problem. You can see there is a lot of old gunky grease which has hardened, and then we can see this little bar. And remember how it sits, because it has to go in the same way again. So this one goes from here to all the way over to here. So so this is how it looks. And remember how it facing. You see this little tab. So actually I will just put it back in again because but just remember one thing. I will decrease it later. This is just showing how things going on inside. Now this little spring here is also very gunky. Yeah, I can see. But before you take it out, remember to set a scratch, just so you know where it should sit. And you can just do something like this. Just so you have an idea of where it sits at the beginning before you take it apart. It's always good to have some small marks. I mean, no one will ever see it. There is also a stop screw here. I can see. I just saw it. Nah, it's not that. No. But so it is. So I will just put this little bar in again. Face it correct. It should sit like this. It will not work the other way. So this, and then we can put the ring here in again. My red dot is here. My beginning mark is here. So it should go in around here, I think. Yeah. Just have to sit correct. So something like that. Just remember the pin has to sit between the two pins here. So just to remember that. So now I can put this in again at around 25 or so. And also have the, so it's better to do this. Hold your finger like here, because then it will be in place. Then put it on the ring, and we are there. And simply turn it backward. Since we know how many turns, and I will end it up the same place. Where is it? So it will say here. So the red dot is here, and I think we are something like this. It will say 27 millimeter from the back to the front here. That's all fine. But and we also need to get the, I just need to load the screwdriver. I need to set the the ring here in place. I mean, not the ring, but the tab here, this little lever, so it comes all the way as far as it can, because then I can flip it over, and here I should facing the two screw holes. Is it correct? Oh, it moves. Okay, I can then turn the ring a little. Oh, and then try to put in a screw. Now it sits almost, and I can do this. No, has to sit like this. And put this in. If the ring is too tight in a way, I would have used liquid moly to actually re-grease the ring in here, but it will not be now. So now we have this in place. We're almost there. So I can put in the back plate here. So just load a screwdriver with those tiny flathead screws. You see, this one can only sit in one way, especially when you have put this into normal place. It can only sit in one way. This is how it is. And then I can add this plate and this screw. Whoa, tiny. So, good. Now we have that in place. So you can see it's very good with a magnetized screwdriver. It will make things so much easier. This one has to sit there. And the last screw. So we have that in clear mind, that the mount is not that hard to go into. Just remember all the small steel balls in there. It will take a hell of a time to get them back in place. So don't think of taking too much things apart. So now it's actually back to normal, and it is still a bit tight, but it's not a problem for me. I'll just take it apart sooner and re-grease it with the liquid moly. So now, yeah, that's it. So now I will just clean the focus helicoils and yeah, re-grease them with the liquid moly, and then put all the things back in. That's all for me this time. See you sooner.